Hey everybody, it's R-Shark. Welcome back to a video, and today I'll be discussing how to do Diana efficiently and effectively with early game, mid game, and late game. Now, before we get into the video, I would like to just say something real quick. I appreciate everyone who's been hopping on the live streams recently, and we'll be doing more live streams soon, so don't worry if you didn't catch previous ones. You're able to catch one recently. Another thing that I'd like to address is that 97.2% of you are not subscribed. I would highly recommend that you slap that subscribe button because, as you can see, we're 280 right now. You can get to 300. You know, some of these coins could be yours, and then my bank could be gone. Those could be your coins. But on to the. All right, we have the first stage, early game. What you're going to do, you know, you're probably gonna like, as an example, this guy right here with dragon armor, you know, the classic stuff. You're gonna go over to Mayor Diana. You're gonna get your ancestral spade, and you're gonna get your griffin pet. That's it'll become level 1 when you trade it in. Once you level it up a bit by just doing some mining over here on the gold mines, deep caverns, mithril, what you're gonna do, just get an AOTE. I would not recommend an AOTV. They're very cheap, and if you any of the recipe, you can actually get it cheaper. So, lowest bin is 260k, raw craft 146k. Go over to the bazaar and get some, and then once you do that, I would also recommend chat triggers. It's a module that helps you with soupy. Now, people, you may have heard things that like, oh, certain mods are these rats and this rats. I can assure you, these are not rats. But if you don't want to take my word for it, you can take other people's word for it. I use it personally because it is up to date with Diana API being removed, and it will help everyone of any tier. So if you just give that little ancestral spade a swing, it'll take you to the best guess coordinate. It'll go, you'll guess, and boom, it points an arrow, and then it does another guess, of course, and then so on and so forth. But early game, you should be rocking some dragon armor and a common griffin. I think I have a common one somewhere, but be rocking a common griffin. Get that level up, and you'll get griffin feathers, and let's say you do it for quite some time. If you get, like, let's say a stack of griffin feathers and you insta-sell it, that's 8 mil. But if you best sell it, that's 8.61. The ancient claws, you just sell to NPC. A stack sells for about 12k. So if you're doing this consistently and you're using your AOTE, and if you also have MVP Plus and you have certain things unlocked, like you can go to the museum. Go over here if you have something over here by the ruins and you can't go to the ruins, or if you have castle, but you need to go over there. Or even, you know, like Serious Shack, which is really expensive, but if you somehow got it when it wasn't expensive, you can teleport over here. And you can use these scrolls, but keep in mind you do have to be MVP Plus to use some of these scrolls, but the base ones are free. Alright, now mid-game is where it gets a little weird because you've transitioned where you have Shadow Assassin armor and you can deal good damage, and you do have, let's say, like a Livid Dagger of some sort, and you're doing like about 100-200k damage per swing. That's good. That's good. But mid-game Diana is really weird because there's only really 2, I'll be honest. But if you really want to get into Diana mid-game, I would highly recommend just an epic, or not an epic, but a rare griffin, just because of how nice the stats are for it. It's 7 mil, gives you lots of stats, gives you strength, intelligence, if my thing would like to work actually. I guess not today. But it's the same thing as everything. You get strength, intelligence, crit chance, crit damage, and magic find, of course. You also get regen 6 and strength 7, and if you don't already have a god pot with like your armor like this dude, where he has like a 3/4 shadow assassin, you can get some of that. Get your Red Griffin, do the exact same thing. It should be set. And then a little side note, if you are struggling to survive, which I hope you are, because they're just rare mobs, you can get a wand, any wand of atonement. So like, out of these wands, so like, you can get wand of healing first, wand of mending, wand of restoration, and then wand of atonement. That wand's fine. You can, if you're struggling with damage, or if you want to get a little damage boost, just like me, go to Sword of Bad Health, about 57k. It doesn't matter what kind of attributes you get on it, as long as you get that bad health. Use 5% of your max health for 5 strength, capped at 100. So if you have max hearts like me, you just click it, and it's a 5-second cooldown, and it lasts for 5 seconds as well. So that's really good. Just use these, and you should be set on healing, and you'll be good. Hey you, come here. We're on to the late game now, which means you gotta be spending them big dollars now. So hopefully you have what it takes to be one of the big few who can drop Chimera books. So Chimera books are at a pretty good rate right now. If you insta sell, it's 92. If you best sell, it's 93 mil. I would highly recommend a 1 for all daedalus axe. I mean, you don't have to go 1 for all. You could definitely go anything else, but I like 1 for all. Even if it got nerfed, it's still nice. Of course, fabled, and then gemstones, and then hot potato bucks, and fumings. This also goes for mid game as well. If you also need a little bit of damage, I would also assume you would get hot potato bucks. Of course, the best recommendation would be 3/4 Necron. I have a max sword because I'm too lazy to get Necron boots. And then technically a Warden helmet. But if you want to go really far and something that I don't have, you can get a hype. And go on like some storm type armor. So if you really want to go above and beyond, and you want to be really good, you can just have your hype that does whatever. That has all your things and does like 150 mana per cost, and you can kill anything like that. And something late game as well, I'd recommend if you get an Inquisitor, which of course gives Chimera, which you want. Sorry for that zoom in, guys, but you gotta emphasize that Chimera. I would highly recommend a gyrokinetic wand. They're not the cheapest, but thankfully, sells alignment and gravity storm work wonders. So that doesn't want to work, so we're gonna go over here. So gravity storm creates a large rift, aim together, pulling all mobs together. So essentially, what it does is when you have a bunch of mobs together, it will bring them to a center point, like this block, for example. So let's say I have a zombie that's right here, bring them to this block, and they'll get stuck in the air. Therefore, you can combo them with a daedalus axe, butterfly, drag clicking, single clicking, however you want to do it, or you can use your hype, and then you can just spam right click on the ground, and they'll be gone. But Diana is very simple. Also, what I was speaking about earlier is Soupy. You gotta use chat triggers. That's all it is. And then Soupy, Soopy. It's this. And then you have Diana, which is already semi-built in, so it gives you a quick guess estimate. And it'll bring you over to one, just like this. You hold it out, and then it says, it'll say mob for that, but I would recommend sort of bad health, and then immediately go after. And of course, you can just kill your mob like you would. And then there's one last thing that you could actually do if you really want to get your damage up a whole lot, is go to your accessories, accessory bag, and get your handy blood chalice, turn that on, and you get 20 extra ferocity. So 1 in 5 hits will give you a double hit. So if you deal, let's say 500k, you'll be doing 1,000,000 damage. So hope that helps you out. now that is the end of this video. I will be streaming soon. You can pitch in and say hello. You can stay as long as you'd like. We'll be doing Diana and maybe some other things, but as always, don't forget to like, subscribe, share, and I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.